Confessions of Saint Augustine, Book 12, Chapter 32. Lastly, O Lord, who are God and not flesh and blood, if man did see less, could anything be concealed from your good Spirit, who shall lead me into the land of uprightness, which you yourself by those words were about to reveal to readers in times to come, thou he through whom they were spoken, perhaps among many true meanings, thought on someone, which if so it be, let that which he thought on be of all the highest. But to us, O Lord, do you either reveal that same or any other true one which you please, that so whether you discover the same to us as to that your servant, or some other by occasion of those words, yet you may feed us, not ever deceive us. Behold, O Lord my God, how much we have written upon a few words, how much I beseech you. What strength of yours, ye, what ages would suffice for all your books in this manner? Permit me then in these more briefly to confess unto you and to choose some one true, certain, and good sense, that you shall inspire me, although many should occur where many may occur. This being the law, my confession, that if I should say that which your minister intended, that is right and best, for this should I endeavor, which if I should not attain, yet I should say that which your truth willed by his words to tell me, which reveals also unto him what it willed. Book 13, Chapter 1. I call upon you, O my God, my mercy, who created me and forgot not me, forgetting you. I call you into my soul, which by the longing yourself inspire us into her. You prepared for you. Forsake me not now, calling upon you, whom you prevented before I called, and urged me with much variety of repeated calls, that I would hear you from afar, and be converted and call upon you that called after me. For you, Lord, blotted out all my evil deservings, so as not to repay into my hands wherewith I fell from you. And you have prevented all my well-deservings, so as to repay the work of your hands wherewith you made me. Because before I was you were, nor was I anything to which you might grant to me. And yet behold, I am, out of your goodness, preventing all this which you had made me, and whereof you had made me. For neither had you need of me, nor am I any such good as to be helpful unto you, my Lord and God, not in serving you, as though you would tire in working, unless your power might be less. If lacking my service, nor cultivating your service as a land that must remain uncultivated, unless I cultivated you, but serving and worshipping you, that I might receive a well-being from you, from whom it comes, that I have a being capable of well-being. Chapter 2. For the fullness of your goodness does your creature subsist, that so a good which could no ways profit you, nor was of you, lest so it should be equal to you, might yet be since it could be made of you. For what did heaven and earth, which you made in the beginning, deserve of you? Let those spiritual and corporeal natures which you made in your wisdom say wherein they deserved of you, to depend thereon, even in that there's several inchoate and formless state, whether spiritual or corporeal, ready to fall away into an immoderate liberty and far distant unlikeness unto you, the spiritual thou without form, superior to the corporeal thou formed, and the corporeal thou without form better than were it altogether nothing, and so to depend upon your word as formless, unless by the same word they were brought back to your unity, endued with form, and from you the one sovereign good were made all very good. How did they deserve of you to be even without form, since they had not been even this, but from you? How did corporeal matter deserve of you to be even invisible and without form, seeing it were not even this, but that you made it, and therefore, because it was not, could not deserve of you to be made? Or how could the inchoate spiritual creature deserve of you even to ebb and flow darksomely like the deep, unlike you, unless it had been by the same word turned to that, by whom it was created, and by him so enlightened, become light, thou not equally, yet conformably to that form which is equal unto you? For as in a body to be in not one with being beautiful, else could it not be deformed, so likewise to a created spirit to live is not one thing living wisely, else should it be wise unchangeably. But good it is for it always to hold fast to you, lest what light it has obtained by turning to you, it lose by turning from you, and relapse into life resembling the darksome deep. For we ourselves also, who, as to the soul, are a spiritual creature, turned away from you, our light, were in that life sometimes darkness, and still labor amidst the relics of our darkness, until in you only one we become your righteousness, like the mountains of God. For we have been your judgments, which are like the great deep.